Today we're going to go ahead and replace the mass airflow sensor on this GM 3.5 liter engine. Now you can see I've already got the engine cover removed here, and the mass airflow itself is really quite easy to access. Again, we're going to install a brand new mass airflow sensor here today, and so we want to do the job properly. See, I can start by disconnecting the electrical connector. Then I'll remove the air inlet boot here. It's kind of easier, gives us a little more access. I'm just going to remove both of these clamps. And we'll slide this off the mass airflow. Kind of get it off the throttle body and just set it up out of the way there. Next, I'm going to remove this cover for two reasons. First off, we're installing a brand new mass airflow sensor, so we want to make sure that we replace the filter at the same time. Remember, this is the first line of defense for protecting that mass airflow sensor. Next, there's two bolts on here I need to remove that are holding it in place. So I'm going to remove them a minute, and then I'll reinstall the mass airflow sensor, the new one, into this housing, and put our new filter in, bolt it back up, and just like that, we're almost done. So I've gone ahead and removed the two screws, got my old mass airflow out, but before I reinstall this, I want to bring a couple things to your attention. First off, there was this big rubber O-ring that was on the original one, and so I need to install that on my new unit here. Again, that's just going to help prevent any dirt from leaking into the airstream. Next, you'll notice an arrow on the unit here itself. That indicates the direction of airflow. Now, it would be very difficult on this one to install it backwards, so it's pretty self-explanatory, but nonetheless, we need to make sure that the airflow is going according to the arrows here. The next point is, you'll notice an alignment tab. We don't want to install this thing upside down. It could, again, affect the airflow readings and certainly electrical connection. So we'll notice that there's an alignment tab here. We'll align it with the tab on our mass airflow sensor, and then our bolt holes are aligned properly. Now I can install those bolts, install my new mass airflow sensor in this housing here, along with a new air filter, and we'll wrap up the job. All right, so as you can see, I've got my new mass airflow sensor installed on the air filter housing here. We've gone ahead and replaced the air filter. You can see the arrow here again. I've just installed the ductwork. I'm going to go ahead and tighten up the clamps. Again, we need to make sure that there is no air leaks between the mass airflow and the throttle body. So we want to make sure there's no rips in this boot here. And we want to make sure that it's sealed properly. We want to make sure that any breather lines are attached. And we want to make sure that really we're getting a good sample rate here in this new mass airflow sensor. Any leaks are going to cause some sort of a deviation and obviously an error. So I'll make my connection here. Really all that's left is to go in and clear out any trouble codes, and we want to drive the vehicle, run it through some drive cycles, make sure that the code doesn't return and that fuel trims adjust back to normal. Hopefully now you understand what it takes to replace the mass airflow sensor on a GM 3.5 liter engine.